Jacob Gilbert.
Morning. I might also say that we're live. It's a
live
gift.
on radio.
Yes, we're live. Yeah.
Congratulations to your team anyway. The Super Eagles was making us proud. Ogazu.
Did you watch it?
I watched it yesterday. I actually watched it yesterday.
For 90 minutes.
Well, for the first half.
The first half was goalless.
I had to change the channel.
It was a beautiful game. I like Moses Simon now, even though his end product is not fantastic. When he entered the match, everything changed, and it was a party atmosphere. Indeed, it was okay. We would have scored more, but we kept it on the cool. The team is looking very beautiful now, respected. And what Augustine Ogbafon, the manager, has done, he has given almost every outfield player a chance to play.
Yeah.
You know, in 3 matches, over 25 players. So he kept, but I think we know who our first 11 is. And when the gate tournament enters the critical stage, the second round, the quarterfinal, we'll probably see a better team. I mean, it's not the guys that did not try, but probably they were mostly players on the fringes of the team. But it was good football, and it just shows you United Super Eagles and very well respected again. The debate is now ongoing. Should we give Akwavon the job permanently? I don't want to add my voice to that because Super Eagles have already hired the foreign coach.
Will the forces allow that?
He's even is in Cameroon watching from the sidelines. He's not with the team. But I mean, what will not tell him? That don't worry, we don't want to give you the work again.
Maybe there was a bit of hastiness. Maybe the tournament should have ended before the talk of hiring.
But the FF2 wanted to be sure that they have that problem solved before they go to this tournament. Because by the time they finished hiring him, it was less than 2 weeks tournament. That's why they said, okay, you that interim, finish the work. But Okomo is performing well. Appears the players like him, and he has a plan.
Yes.
And and for the first time in a long time, we now want to watch the Super Eagles. I was trying to alternate between that and the football Premier League game, but I couldn't stay. The game. Yeah, I had to run back to see what's happening with my Super Eagles. And that's why I say country over club all the time. but the Premier League game, I saw the end. It was fantastic. 90 minutes, it was 2-1. Leicester Spurs.
Yeah.
92 minutes, it was still 2-1. Spurs even have the chance to make it 3-1. And an easy chance. Give it to Ademola Lookman and it's 3-1. One Harvey Barnes, one English boy, wanted to be selfish. In 2 minutes, it changed to 3-2. They lost. And I laughed at Leicester.
That's why it's Leicester. Let's start with the Punch newspapers this morning. Electoral Act amendment, Senate bows to Buhari, includes consensus for party primaries. And the writers here, Senate adds consensus to House of Reps indirect primaries proposal. Consensus will subvert popular will, antithetical to democratic principles. CSOs. Story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper.
Another new controversy angle added to this consensus. When President Buhari refused to sign, I was asked why he didn't sign. He said the parties should have options, democratic options. If it's direct primary they want, indirect primary they want, even if they want consensus, the political parties should be left to their whims, as to how to choose their candidates. I think that's what led the Senate to now include, in the amendment yesterday, they just deleted the section 84, the one that has direct primary as mandatory, as compulsory, and now included indirect primary, and now added consensus. They give the 3 options in it. What the House of Reps did was simply just add direct primary or indirect primary, as the 2 options. CSOs, people in civil society, are saying that this is a trap. It's a booby trap. To add consensus is not democracy. That's what they're saying. That democracy will give people options to choose by either directly, by people queuing up, or indirectly electing the people who will queue up. Consensus is a decision made by anybody or group of people inside a room. The chairman of the party will just sit there in the room and say, by consensus, we have elected Diako to be our flag bearer in the election that is coming. That the consensus in itself is anti-democratic. This is what CSOs are saying. But the Senate has added it as part of the options in conducting primaries. But I don't think that's a problem, because at the end of the day, we know that there's still more work to be done on that bill, especially because there will be a committee to harmonize what the House has decided and what the upper house, the Senate, has also decided. And I think at that point we'll be able to agree on whether consensus should stay or not. That's a sticky point now. But what happened at the National Assembly yesterday was that both houses decided that they cannot override President Buhari's veto, and decided to, according to the point, to bow to President Buhari's request. I was just watching a television interview now where a member of the House of Reps, Nkema Bonta, is sad. He's a member of the PDP. He's very sad. He said the National Assembly has become what people say they are, not independent of thought, opinion, of decisions. That he thought that when President Buhari refused to assent to this bill, that the National Assembly should have gone ahead to do what they wish to do based on their convictions of unanimously, including direct primary in that bill. They should have gone ahead based on their conviction and override his veto on it. That's to succumb the way they have succumbed and having choices of either deleting direct or including indirect or consensus just showed a coward National Assembly. He was very sad, but there are people again who have said that there's no need to override President Buhari's veto on this matter. It's simple enough. The president gave his reasons that the pathway to decide that direct primary is compulsory is anti-democratic. So why not just simply delete that section and return the bill to him and see if he will assent? In this channel's television interview, President Buhari told the presenter that if they remove it and bring it to me, I will sign. So the National Assembly has that chance. No need to start the big drama of collating signatures and seeing if they can override this veto, especially in the National Assembly where the president's party men, his loyalists, are in the majority. So the best thing is to do this, look at the bill again and represent it. So we'll see indeed how this one goes. But if you want to call it spade by its real name, the National Assembly indeed bowed to President Buhari, and they couldn't override its veto. We wanted to see democracy in action, really. The National Assembly take a position, collect signatures to that majority, and for the first time, override the president's veto on the matter that's of, national importance as this. But no. Ahmed Alawan has always told us that he will never enter confrontation with the president.
Clearly. Still on the front page of the Punch, the newspapers this morning. We're going to run through this. PVCs have not expired. INEC counters Tinubu, page 13. The Punch newspapers. That's where you get to read the story. And of course, this story, there's another angle to this story, but on another day. So let's start with this.
Yeah. The backlash. The backlash. I think it was a poorly calculated comment by a man who is aspiring to be president and who has told Nigerians just 1 week ago that he's going to throw his hat in the ring for the nation's top job, and a man who there's attention on him for many reasons. His supporters cannot deny the fact that people are trying to throw the kitchen sink at Bola Tinubu because there are a lot of questions, and these questions are bound. I don't need to reflect them here.
Yeah, please.
So people are watching his every move, his every utterance, and his every comment, and a lot of people are critical of whatever comes out of his mouth. To now have a miscalculated position on the matter of the electoral umpire, a matter as important as voter registration, and getting it wrong, through the horde, the mob, the baying mob, the Roman mob, they will eat you alive, and that was what happened yesterday. As soon as he made those comments, fact checking started, and INEC did not do him any good too. INEC immediately stated the real position.
Right way to go.
That statement was misleading. The PVC, as its name, permanent voters card, does not expire. If your own is defaced or you're changing location or whatever happens, once you come to INEC, we will identify you and give you a new fresh card if that's what we need to do.
But not that it's expired.
No, it has your biometrics and we can trace you. So it was misleading comment by this politician. So the mob went to town. I mean, yesterday on All Our Politics here, when I played the tape, the audio tape, I had to manage the backlash.
Oh, loud, gone.
Yes. It loud, well. I had to manage it by myself, so that we don't get out of hand, because the language was very, I mean, Nigerians were coming from me. So I think he has apologized now. You know, I said he was. I think there's no need to explain it away. Don't apologize and move, because I see here that people were trying to say in the statement that he wanted to say can be updated. So he now said it expires. There's no correlation between expire and update. So there's no need to repeat that. It was a faux pas, a proper mistake. He did not. He shouldn't have said it. He said it. You know, I'll move on quickly, because it's not the first time that Mr. Bola Tinubu has embarrassed himself like this. The other day he was speaking, you know, at an event, a big event. What is his birthday? And then he said that the army should recruit 500,000. People were like, what country? What is Nigeria? You know. And then so he needs to watch his utterances. Otherwise, the world is comfortable. You know, and I think he's lucky that these are early days. Make this kind of part days before election and it become an election material.
To go right.
Did you enjoy this video? Hit the subscribe button for more. Leave a comment and like. Thank you.